Mental stack is something that's quite underrated within the League of Legends ranking community. I think a lot of people are more hung up on patch tier lists, trying to pick up the hot new broken champion or build in order to cheese some temporary LP, rather than focus on the stuff that actually brings you LP. Understanding the concept of the mental stack and its importance within your ranked games can be a crucial arc for you to understand what the game is actually testing. It's like studying for a test, knowing the question that will be asked beforehand. It'll help you perform. So let's talk about it. If you guys are new here, I'm Raybees and I help people get diamond in League. If that sounds cool to you, check out my other videos and join my Discord, which is linked below in the description. So, what is the mental stack? Put simply, mental stack is your League RAM. It plays an exceptionally important role in identifying useful info, processing that info, and making high percentage decisions based on that info. Your mental stack is very useful for a whole lot of things in game, including stuff like anticipating level up timers, tracking ganks and roams from other players, realizing when you have enough gold for a component or a new item purchase, knowing who to hit and or who to avoid in teamfights. Similar to the RAM on your device, your mental stack is how many things you can keep track of concurrently while playing League. It can either be freed up or pressured depending on the game state. When your mental stack is freed up, that means you're able to garner useful information about the game and or approach the game's chaos in a controlled and clear-headed manner. You feel aware and in control of what's happening in the game, leading to better quality decisions which have a positive impact on your flow of game. Every time I managed to climb through to a new rank for the first time, it was because my mental stack was eventually freed up. Conversely, if your mental stack is pressured, then you feel like you've been stranded in the woods with no phone or food. You feel like someone drop-kicked you in the face and you can't figure out the ground from the sky. You feel like someone's suffocating you underwater. A pressured mental stack means that the stimuli of a League of Legends game is overwhelming your brain, leading you to not interpret info correctly, if you can interpret it at all. It can lead you to making the wrong decision and or just straight up mis-executing a sequence, neither of which is helpful for advancing the game in your favor. Every time I felt like my mental stack was pressured, I usually turned in lackluster performances in my ranked games or just straight up went on losing streaks that took weeks to recover from. Now, after hearing all of that, you probably want to get a freed up mental stack yourself, but it's not really that easy. Your mental stack is affected by a multitude of different variables, which are, but not limited to, degree of mastery over the champ you're playing, whether you're in your preferred role or not, whether you're in the correct elo bracket or not, teammates' performance, matchup difficulty, new patch or new champion, or whether or not you're coming back from a break. The reason why mental stack is so important is because it measures how much you can keep up with the game. Now, spoiler here guys, unless you're a top level pro like Faker or Chovy, chances are you'll never be able to keep up with the game in its entirety. Not that you should be trying to anyway. You can easily climb to diamond by focusing on the things that you need to do in order to carry your team. This is stuff like being cognizant of your champion's win conditions, where everyone is on the map, especially your allies, item spikes that come in, whether it's yours, allies, or even enemies, and what to do next on the map. As you can see, it's not a lot of things. The difficulty in keeping track of all these things is that you have to be cognizant of them simultaneously while still playing the game and piloting your champ. That's where it's hard. It's easy to get caught up in the game's bullshit that you forget about these important markers and it ends up biting you in the ass. For example, how many times have you engaged a fight and your team is way behind you, unable to follow up? You were probably caught up in piloting your champion or stressing about an inting teammate that you completely forgot to calibrate where the hell your team was. So, with all that being said, let me answer the question that's probably on all your minds right now. How do I free up my mental stack? Number one would be to develop champion mastery through playing intense games on one champion. As I've already covered in my previous video, playing intense games on your one trick is probably the best way to develop permanent champion mastery, which in turn helps free up your mental stack. You'll get a lot better at answering the questions on screen right now if you don't have to be so focused on knowing how to pilot your champion both in the micro and macro. I've already explained this concept on this video, so I'll be very brief here, but climbing in League can be boiled down to learning how to win with one specific playstyle. This is why one tricks and people with smaller champion pools are so successful, is because they're training themselves to carry with that one specific style. When they've trained themselves on that one specific style, they're able to use their mental stack to interface with the rest of the map and carry games, because they're combining their champion mastery with increased game state awareness, which is a truly winning combo in League of Legends. Think of it this way, the more that champion execution becomes automated, the more room you have in your mental stack to be cognizant of everything else around the map, leading to more informed and better decisions. Number two would be to mute all. I've been saying this shit since the old days, but y'all really gotta start muting all. Even if you don't know what the hell is going on and you think you could benefit from your team's missing pings, I don't think it's worth the risk of having your mental stack destroyed by annoying spam pings or people typing toxic shit. Honestly guys, if you decide to stick to one champion and start muting all, you'll recover like 70% of your mental stack, and you can put that attention towards shit that actually matters. It honestly baffles me how many people refuse to mute all because they feel like they need to communicate with their teammates. Leaving pings on I can somewhat understand, but there's almost nothing useful that's being said through text in below diamond lobbies. I feel like people just have chat on just for the drama and the pseudo-social feeling they get from verbally assaulting one another, but for the purposes of climbing elo, it's absolutely piss useless. And last but not least, the third best way to improve your mental stack is to start reviewing your games. Going over your mistakes in review can help prime your mental RAM for things you might encounter in-game. Now, let's take the engaging without teammates example because I feel like that's quite a common one. When you review 1 or 2 games where you engage without backup and put your team behind as a result, you'll be more aware of your teammates next time you want to bum rush the enemy team. Reviewing is a unique way to free up your mental stack because it does so retroactively. Something that used to overwhelm your mental stack would not do so anymore if you reviewed it enough times and committed it to memory. While reviewing is the lowest out of the 3 in terms of amounts of mental stack freed up initially, it has the highest return on investment in the long term because you can review your way out of every single thing that's pressuring your mental stack, eventually leading to a sustained LP growth as a result. So, there you guys have it. A breakdown on the concepts of mental stack, how it's useful, and what you can start doing to activate its benefits for your own grind. If you made it this far into the video, do the regular YouTube shit to help your boy out. If you want to chat more about league climbing psychology or sign up for a cheap coaching plan, hit up my Discord. I'll drop my big 3 fundamental playlist here. This is what I consider to be the most important building blocks to anyone's journey, and it'll help you free up your mental stack considerably. I'll also link my video on what the rank ladder is actually testing. I feel like people have the wrong fucking idea when it comes to what the game actually rewards, so it might be good to brush up on those fundamentals as well. I'll see you guys there. Peace.